programs are nested for loop. So nested for loop, we'll write two programs. So one is the right angle triangle pattern, and steps we can maybe rectangle pattern we need to print. So how to print that rectangle pattern and so that a triangle shape. So that no, I'll show you with the nested for loop. That is possible only with the nested for loop, because we need two for loops. Without two for loops, it's not possible to make the patterns, design patterns. So those patterns, let's go and see that. So here is this is the pattern, right? So these are the kind of steps. You can say this kind of steps also, right? So how you can make these steps? This is a rectangle pattern, or sometimes people will call build a steps, right? So how we can make it? See, again, it's a kind of rows are 4 rows and 5 columns we are taking. The final int local variable we are making, that variable I'm using in the for loops. And system.out.print star you print in the inner for loop inside, and outer for loop you do that. So let's go and do that. I'll explain the step by step. Nested for loop. Okay, we have written here only nested for loop. Maybe I'll make it different programs. Nested for loop programs. So take the main method. So I'll take first method as a private static void rectangle pattern. Right? So we have to print the rectangle pattern. So declare rows and columns, how many you want in the rectangle. So final int, so max rows. So this is a final variables, you always make right? So final int max columns. So equal to 5. Otherwise, if you don't want to write it, just put a comma and this name you can give it. Single line you can declare instead of 2 lines. See for so int I equal to 1. So I less than or equal to max rows. I plus plus. See the same concept you will use everywhere. So you will start with the lowest value and you will check with the max value, right? Max value is this one. So then I want to iterate the columns also. So let's iterate the columns also. For int j equal to 1, j less than or equal to max underscore columns, and j plus plus. So then print. So print method you can use. So you just print the star. Okay, just print the star. So use print method, and after inner for loop, you bring the cursor to next line, so that it will go to next row. First all one row, all columns. So that means first row, it will print 5 stars. 5 stars will print, and next it will go up and go to the next row, and next row column will increment by 1. So this is how it will execute, and so code will, you can see, just call the method, static method you can call directly right in the same class. Static method in same class. So with the method name, just method name. So rectangle pattern. See, this is the row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So all 4 rows it printed. So this is the one kind of example with the nested for loops. And there is one more, you have to print pattern. So right angle triangle you have to print. So write a program to print right angle triangle, right? So you have to print the right angle triangle. How can you print a triangle? So static void print right angle triangle shape or triangle pattern, you can say TRIANG triangle pattern. So you can say triangle pattern, whatever it is. Okay. So here the main concept is this is the one how you can going to print it. So each row and column row both will be same. If you take a second row, 2 columns, 2 rows. That means row count to column count is same. That's what you need to understand here. Can you observe this? So this is the right angle triangle, right? So this shape we need to print. How can we print it? So just take the first one. So declare number of rows. So final in max rows is equal to 5. I'm hard coding that, okay? Max rows count for print I equal to 1, I less than or equal to max rows. So then I plus plus. So inner for loop when so int j equal to 1, j less than or equal to I. So whatever is the I value and column value should be same and increment the j value. Then print the so star. So you can remove this println, just print method. After inner for loop, just put the println. So now you can so bring the cursor. We brought it here. So no problem. Just call this method. Same, both are no. Why? We can call directly the static methods. See, this is the one. If you want to separate, just give this after this method. You can write end of maybe this separation you can give if you want, right? So that you can understand that clearly. See, this is the one. Triangle shape. These are the patterns you need to practice with the nested for loops. That's it. Let me close these programs. If you need any explanation, let me know. Otherwise, we are good. Is this clear or any doubts in this? Any questions? No response. Are we good or so you need any explanation here? Ayo. I'm asking you guys only.
Are we good?
Good, sir.
Yeah. That's what, right? Just to know why you want to waste time. Okay. Have or no, I didn't understand, explain me one, I'll explain, but this has to come from your side. Right, if it is not coming, I cannot, so go ahead and do that.